सबको नमस्कार. This is fifth and last part of fungicide classification. Please do consider watching all the fourth part I have made previously. There I have discussed about the copper fungicide, some organic fungicide, carbamate fungicides, antibiotics, and today I am going to talk about the systemic fungicides. The first one is the oxathene. Okay, this is actually developed by the Vaughan and Kulka. This is important. Okay, under the oxathene there is two important systemic fungicide. One is the carboxyl, or the short form is DMOC and DCMO, and its trade name is Vitavax. Now the most important point is that it is a proven chemical against basidiomycetes fungi, and the basidiomycetes fungi are those who create the problem of smut and rust. Okay, and there are some important diseases like verticillium, monelica cineraria. This type of disease also can be controlled by the Vitavax. There is some important point is that it can control loose mud of cereals, and it also can control the rhizoctonia disease of cotton and sugar beet. The second important systemic fungicide under the oxathene is the oxycarboxyl. Remember, the previous one is the carboxyl. Now this one is the oxycarboxyl. It is also known as DNOCD and DCMOD, and its trade name is Plantvax. Okay, and remember, most important is that it can control the wheat rust. Okay, there are many diseases which can be controlled with this Plantvax, but remembering all is not possible. But you can remember that the fungi imperfecti, the disease caused by the fungi imperfecti, can be controlled by this Plantvax. You can see the disease related to fungi imperfecti can be controlled. Under there many diseases like early blight of potato, blast of rice, leaf spot of rice, okay, leaf blight of wheat. There are many like wilt of sugarcane, Panama disease of banana. There are many. You can remember this name. That's good for you. Just take a screenshot of this. Okay, now the second one type of fungicide, systemic fungicide, is the pyrimidine derivatives. There is two important pyrimidine derivatives, that is the metherimol and etherimol. Remember, these two fungicide, systemic fungicide, actually are effective against powdery mildew of cucumber beets. Now the third one is the bendimidazole. This is very much important. Why? Because it is a superior systemic fungicide. Okay, it came under the name of benomyl, bavistine, benlate. Okay, there are many fungicide under bendimidazole, and the main point is that it have actually ovicidal action against mite egg. Okay, now there are many diseases like rice blast, okay, disease of sarcospora, verticillium. This can be controlled by this. You can screenshot it. But here is one problem, is that it has the less effect on Helminthosporium species. Now fourth important systemic fungicide is the chlorneb. Actually it is totally fungistatic in nature. You can remember in part 1 I have told about what is the fungistatic and what is the fungicide and what is the antisporulent. Please go visit that. Here rhizoctonia species can be controlled with this chlorneb. Okay, and the fifth one is that the TB-jet. Okay, this is another important fungicide, systemic fungicide. Thiobendazole. Okay, thiobendazole actually enlisted as an anti-helminthic drug. Anti-helminthic drug are those drugs which is actually effective against parasite, but it can also be used as broad spectrum of fungi. There are many diseases which can be controlled with this fungicide. There are like blue and green mold of citrus fruit, or also can control Fusarium nivale, Septoria nodum, okay, and Verticillium wilt. This all can be controlled with this thiobendazole. Phenylamide, this is another important systemic fungicide. Under that, one important fungicide is that metalaxis M. Okay, it actually can control all the fungus under Oomycetes. Okay, Oomycetes fungus can be controlled with this metalaxis M. It actually inhibit the rRNA synthesis. The next one is important, the triagoles. Okay, it is most effective against powdery mildew. Okay, and rust of leaf spot also can be controlled by this triagoles. Actually, one important point from this triazole is that it actually an important member of SBI. SBI means sterol biosynthesis inhibitors. Triagoles are the most important SBI. Now the sixth one is that terazole. There is nothing more important. Just remember that terazole is a systemic fungicide. Another name of it is OM2424. There's nothing more there. Now the seventh one is also important, that organophosphorus compounds. Actually it is very much used in Japan. Okay, that includes compounds like hinojan, kitazine, inazine. Okay, these organic fungicides can control the blast disease. Beside the systemic fungicide, there is another group, organomercurial fungicide. Under that, the mercurial chloride actually are one important organomercurial fungicide, but it is now banned. Okay, it can act as bactericide too. The general formula of an organomercurial fungicide is that RHGX, R for the hydrocarbons, Hg for the mercury, and X for the acid radical. There is a one chart in Arun Kattayan book. You can see that there are like the organomercurials. You can see here. Just read these 4 important points. That will be enough. Now remember, the serasan is that compound which is actually ethyl mercury chloride. Okay, the methoxyethyl mercury chloride is told as aretan and or agalol. Okay, of the agrosan GN is actually a mixture of phenyl mercury acetate plus ethyl mercury chloride in equal proportion. So just like there, this chart is very much important. You can firstly focus on the bold portion, or you can remember all this if you are not in very much hurry, but the first priority will be on the bold words, on the bold topics. So that's for today, and also consider joining our Telegram channel where we conduct detailed quiz every day 9 PM, having 40 to 80 questions each day. And now horticulture and plant pathology quiz are running on. You can join there. Previously we have conducted agronomy quiz and entomology quiz also, and next week we also start another subject, and there will be detailed quiz having maximum possible questions. Thanks for watching. Be subscribed.